Mastercrafted.
Welcome to Adepticon. Here we are. I got Kyle with me. Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Steve.
So it's end of day. It's Thursday. I don't know what day we're the first day of Adepticon though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty tired.
I'm exhausted. I've been doing this for weeks now, so.
Kyle's been at conferences, conventions non-stop. Yeah. I just played a 20,000 point game of Kings of War, so we thought this was an excellent time. In fact, it's the only available time.
It is the only available time for us. We just wanted to break the internet. Let's
right?
take the two biggest.
I'm a big deal. Well, that's Andy 2D6, and he's not here.
He's not here.
He's not here.
Kings of War.
Yeah.
The big deals.
The big deals.
Andy's not here.
He's not here. But we are. So we're going to play. We're playing on. So the Kings of War boards aren't set up yet for the tournament on Saturday.
So we're making do?
Yeah, we have cobbled together. So we've taken two of the sections of the 20,000 massive Blake Schroeder's board.
Yeah.
And we've told us, let me turn it around. So this is what we're playing on. So you see we've improvised somewhat, but it's going to be good. We're going to film it slightly differently. Slightly differently from normal because obviously being an idiot, I forgot my tripod.
And I didn't bring my camera, so.
It's going to be great. So we're going to do sum-ups at the end of the term. We're going to try and make it interesting.
As best as possible.
Yeah, so
it's fine.
Naturally, I thought it'd be a fun game. So I said to Carl, just bring whatever army you think's fun. Just bring a nice army that's quite fun to play. What did you bring?
I brought my Undead.
What a twat.
I asked him what he wanted me to bring.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
So he's bought Undead. So I'm going to get smashed. I'm playing my Riftforged Orcs. What I will do, I will voice over the lists in a few minutes, and then we'll cut to some gameplay. Let's do that.
Let's do it.
All right. So, first off, it's so cool to be playing Kyle. You can tell how excited I am. I'm like a child. It's just like, oh look, here's my hero, and I'm playing a game with him. That's so cool. Second though, he bought Undead, so he's dead to me. Literally dead. Undead, that's great. No, so he has bought an Undead list that looks like this. It has a horde of skeleton warriors, 2 hordes of wights, 3 troops of Revenant cavalry, which, let's face it, is completely overkill. 2 Soul Reaver infantry regiments, because that's what you just do. A Soul Reaver cavalry regiment with Potion of the Caterpillar, which is what I had in my Undead list, so I like it. A Vampire Lord mounted on a horse, a Revenant King with Shroud of the Saint mounted on a horse. The Cursed Pharaoh. Oh, the Cursed Pharaoh's got wings. I forgot to put that on this list, but he's got the wings of Honey Maze. I could record this again, but I can't be bothered. Alright, so my Riftforged Orcs to fight against that. So this is basically just the list that I took to Adepticon, because it's the only army I had with me, so we thought we'd just go with it. So if you're waiting excitedly for my Adepticon tournament report, this bit's going to be repetitive for you. 3 regiments of Morax, 2 troops of Dundra Wolves, 2 hordes of Thunderseers, who I've given them both Visions of the Rift, which allows you to redeploy them after scouting moves, which is exciting. I've given 1 Brew of Sharpness and 1 Blessing of the Gods, because they hit on 4s, which is terrible. So I've tried to mitigate that. 2 troops of Riftwalkers. Riftwalkers are the flying ones, so speed. They're a bit like Wraiths, but they don't shamble. And they only defense 5. A Stormforged Shrine, which is the shrine that allows you to cast spells again and again and again, which is fun. A Stormcaller, he's got a natural lightning bolt 4, and I've given him Bane Chant 2. He's rubbish. That's the best. Less said about that, the better. A Stormbringer on Winged Slasher, so that's basically their dragon, because I like the model. And Thonar. So Thonar is about the coolest hero in the game. So his attacks explode on 5s and 6s. So he does 2 hits for every 5 and 6 you roll. So my army is that. And you'll see it pretty soon. I took some flack from an unnamed Mantic employee because I'm not that guy. He's that guy, by the way, of calling me out in public for not taking a fully Mantic army. So I would say I changed my list pretty dramatically to ensure I could take a big centerpiece Mantic model, which is my Winged Slasher. Most of the Riftforged Orcs aren't out yet, and my Mantic army that I qualified for Clash of Kings for this trip with is pretty broken now, as in the models are broken, they're not good, and isn't very good anymore to look at. The standard has moved on. This is my newest army, so I tried to put as much Mantic stuff as I could into it. My Riftwalkers are Mantic, my Stormbringer is Mantic. The Thunderseers, I wanted to buy Mantic, but I've had to spend over £100 on 2 units, and I'm not doing that. And my original list did have Legionnaires in it, which are all Mantic, but I just like Morax more. So my list, it's okay. It's definitely not optimized. It's fair to say. I think the amount that I love Mantic is fairly obvious from the fact that my entire YouTube channel is nothing but them. Please don't call me out in public for not taking Mantic Army. It makes you look like a dick. Alright, let's move on. So this was the battlefield. I've shown it to you already. There are a number of elements of it that are basically just cork ripped up because we couldn't find any of the scenery. And so we begged, borrowed and stole. And we actually used some of the features built into the board. So there's 2 height 6 forests there. There's 3 height 6 buildings, are actually volcanoes on this particular board. 2 height 3 hills there. And we have 2 height 0 pieces of flat terrain. So one of them is that little lake thing at the top, and the other is one of the pools of lava on the bottom of the board. And then we just have some little walls, little ripped up pieces of corpse and making walls. So we did the best we could. I think it's fine. It might seem like a lot. There's 12 pieces of terrain. I think that's the right amount of terrain to have on a board. I think more terrain makes the game more fun. It makes it harder for shooting armies, which are less fun anyway. I think terrain is good. So I think that's pretty cool. So that being said, let's have a look at our deployment.
Okay, we have deployed Karl Przelenski. I haven't moved these guys yet. I just deployed them in the corners. I better remember to move them, otherwise it's going to be problematic.
Yes.
We've been spectated and
even in your list.
adjudicated by UK Master Tom Robinson.
I'm going to look on disapprovingly with everything Steve does.
That's just normal. So over here we have Skeleton Warriors.
Yes.
Whites. Revcav. There's a Vampire.
Reverend King.
Reverend King. Oh, where's the Vampire? Over there. There's some Whites. Double Soul Weavers. Broken. There's a Pharaoh with Wings. More Revcav. Soul Weaver Cavalry and Vampire. What a horrible song. Tokens on those Revcav there. Right here. So I've got Thunderseers. I mean, I'm going to put them next to the Stormforged Shrine. Spoiler warning. And there we've got some Morax, and there's Tundra Wolves, and the flying guys, whatever they're called. There's the Shrine, Morax, and it's basically symmetrical. And there's a Caster and Thonar in the middle. And then you've got a Dragon and another Morax down there. So yeah, we are playing Push with 1 token. Let's get to it. Do you want to roll for first turn? Should we film the roll for first turn? It's very exciting.
It is very exciting.
I'm excited. I'm very easily excited.
5.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 4.
4. I will take the first turn.
Okay, so into turn 1. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to do the movement phase like this, where I show you what's going on and what's happening. And then we roll the damage and the shooting and all that off camera. And then we're going back in for the nerve rolls, Mastercrafted style. So even the combat, we're going to do all the nerve rolls at the same time, in order. So you get the intense excitement of those climactic rolls. So as you can see, the Thunderseers, so this symmetrical block was all here. And I've got, so I put the Thunderseers. So you can imagine the battlefield, the way that I saw it from my side was pretty much split in 2 up here. Okay, so we're pretty much, this part of the battlefield just doesn't exist. With all this terrain here, forget about it. It's not there, right? The battlefield is in 2 parts split by this rock, as far as I'm concerned. So the way that I always play Push is same as every time, or I try to, is the most important one is this one in the middle. And then I ignore, so he's put his token over here on these Revcav. I don't care about that at all. All I care about is getting my token across the line and getting his other one, right? But he's obviously quite heavily put a lot of his hitty power stuff with his token to get it across the line. That's fine. So what I put against that, I put my Elite Thunderseers, a Morax and a Dragon. Okay, because that's scary enough to hold this lot off, but not actually powerful enough to do anything, which is great. So all my real stuff is here. So I've got 4 pieces of chaff over here. which is more than enough to hold off what he's got here, which is whites. Because I've got 2 lovely big pieces of terrain to butt up against so he can't get my flanks. And then I've got my Sharpness Thunderseers, which are basically a Death Star unit, supported particularly by Stormforge Shrine. I've got Thonar, who's a unit in and of himself, and I've got 2 Morax, including one of my tokens. So that's my plan. So as you can see, I've been watching Tom Robinson play, and he's very good. Don't tell myself. He knows. And every single time, what he does is he does a curve like this. Every single time he puts a curve into play. And so I've been trying to copy that. And that's what I did. So I've got my fast stuff at the front, including flying stuff on the hill, fast stuff here. And I've got my hitty stuff behind it, ready to kind of to crunch in. I put my dragon here. I think I probably do a bit of lightning bolt on maybe here. I don't know. It's probably not very exciting. I'm not even sure we film it. Let's move on.
Here we watch a genius at work. Look how he measures so delicately, so tenderly. Oh! A controversial move. He's moved his skeleton warriors forward. The man is thoughtful.
140
He can't remember how to play the game.
I can't. What does it mean? What's it for?
As Jeff Swan would say, I have posed the question. Now it's how you answer it. I don't know if John's...
That's a good impression.
Thank you. I've never met him. Anyway, sorry, Jeff.
Okay, so I should point out that I had been drinking. Unkind impressions of Jeff Swan. Again, but he's not going to watch this, so I'm apologising, but just in case. Right, so Carl's response is pretty simple, and we don't show any dice rolling because there is no shooting in his army, so he's simply shuffled forward, so he's shielded here with his Revenant Cavalry against his whites here, which is really good, so I can't slip these guys through here or anything, so the intention of the trap is to come and take out things, and then my white 1 or white 2 will destroy everything you try. And similarly, he's a little bit more cautious on the right, which is exactly what I wanted. So this is the real hitting power, his double Soul Reavers and his Soul Reaver Cavalry as well. It's just a wall of vampires you don't want. You've got 2 Rev Cavs here. He has sneaked his vampire down the back of the woods here. And I forgot that they can individual turn and just see, oh, like, he can't see through the woods, that's brilliant. But of course he can by just turning, so there you go. So that was his turn 2. Oh, look at me, turn 1 rather. Look at me taking a photo of the turn dice there. Doing it properly. So I decided I've really got to go all in on the left because I am not winning this fight on the right. I'm just not gonna. It's too much stuff, right? He's got a 2 regiments of foot vampires, a regiment of mounted vampires, and a vampire on a horse. I mean, just give up. So I need to use this rock to my advantage to shield me, smash through on the left, destroy everything I can. So here's what I do. I decide to... So I chaff up these skeletons with Riftwalkers. I should last 2 or 3 turns there if I can stop being charged. I send Thonar through the gap. Oh no! Into a horde of whites. Interestingly, in about 2 of the 4 odd games I've played have been against Undead, and in every case I've sent Thonar in solo against whites. It's not sensible. What you really want is Thonar within 12 inches of the Stormforged Shrine so you could do Host Shadow Beast. I haven't quite managed that yet, and I'll show you why, because obviously I've got these whites that I couldn't get into. I sent both of my Tundra Wolves, Thundercats in this case, into this Rev because I think I'll kill them. Because Tundra Wolves are actually very good. They hit on 3s and got Thunderous 1. So I think I'm going to kill that. But he's got these whites at the back here who can fly, so everything else has to be out of 14. So they can't fit here against my token carrying... So that's why I picked up the token, my Rift Walkers. They can't fly right now, but they can't be attacked. This lines up exactly with my Morax, so they can't be charged. This is out of 14, and all this is out of 14 as well. So I've given him no chance to use his whites this turn. That's my hope anyway. Right hand side, a little bit more tricky. So obviously we've got the vampire here, and I decided I tried to get the dragon over here, but if you look here, so I angled it slightly wrong. Initially I just went, I'll put him here. That's all right, isn't it? And Tom on the left just went, no, because if you look at the angle there, I'd actually land somewhere. Yeah, I can't do it, so I didn't. So I tried to cheat and was caught. deliberately cheating. So instead, I went to here instead and hid behind my Morax because I don't want to be vampired particularly. I will end up losing the dragon. I always end up losing the dragon, but I think I moved these Thunderseers back. Yeah. So these Thunderseers sidestepped 3 inches in order to allow the dragon to fit. So again, it's just a holding action because it's a big, nice wall here. All right. So let's have. So then we roll some dice. Let's have a look at it. How exciting!
All right, so I forgot to film the nerve test because we're not good at this anymore, are we? So Tundra Wolves did 6 wounds, which is great, but they didn't. We rolled it once, but then the re-roll we didn't manage it. Fulnor did 4 wounds to these wights, and then he's going to get smashed. And then we did 2 wounds to them, and nothing happened. So what's your plan, Carl? Turn 2? Gonna kick my ass.
Plan I actually have.
Oh.
You know, there's not a whole lot of planage.
No planage?
What's the planage here?
I think it's surge on the flank. It's generally the plan. So,
We got a couple of counter charges. We'll see what's open otherwise. But, you know, Steve's got good placement, so I've got a hard time getting to where I would like to go.
yeah, man.
We both did that to each other. That's a good first 2 turns.
I perfected the Tom Robinson curve. It is. Okay, so we've gone double. The vampire turned into the forest, which I missed. Went to the Morax, and everyone else has moved up here. Even that cowardly little flying dude. We've got some shenanigans here. It's quite locked up. Yeah.
We're jammed up quite a bit. Some things need to break.
Yeah, there's some flanking going to happen soon. I'm mainly happy you've got both your Soul Reavers behind a giant rock.
I told you at the beginning of the game, I hate that rock.
It's a nice rock. I'm a fan of this rock.
Because if it's sticking at all, it's not going to be.
Let's roll some dice. All right, so we've done some wounds. Do you want to do this one first?
Let's do that one first.
So 1 wound there.
One wound.
Rolled an 11. Nope.
That's a 5.
It's fine.
5. Rough calf.
Tundra Wolves. I don't know. Tundra Wolves are like a 10, 12 or something.
I think.
9, 11. 10, 12.
10, 12. It's 5. It's 10.
So they're wavered.
Wait.
I've got a token somewhere.
Homeboy.
7. So.
Uh-oh. That's an 11.
And again, please.
Ooh, 4.
4.
Plus
7, 8,
blue.
9, 10,
Anything.
12. Nope. 14,
Yeah,
16.
he's
He's
good.
feeling good.
He's feeling good.
Woohoo!
Thunderstruck comes to save the day.
Thunderstruck.
One more down there.
Dash 15. 11 to kill twice.
11 to kill twice. That is a 3, sir. That is a 3. I will take a 3 at this point in the game.
Yeah, that's when you want to roll it, is now.
Yeah.
So I've got 1 wavered Tundra Wolf.
That's it.
If only I had an Aura of Fury somewhere.
And your marine objective markers, not 3D printed.
Okay, so we crack into turn 3. I'm not sure why I didn't take the movement in turn 2, Bitcher, but yeah, well, I didn't. So tough on you. I think you got it. I think you got it right. So I was quite proud of what I did. So his Rev King is here at the back, and he'd left a little gap, which is something you don't want to do because it allows people to do stupid things like this. So I had my Rift Walkers here carrying tokens. So I dropped the token, and I simply flew over the back and into the Revenant King. Stop him healing because he healed up these whites, which is very annoying with his shroud. And then I had my 2 Tundra Wolves along here. So this one is wavered, but it's given them Fury, so they have to go back in. And then these ones I could disengage an inch, right? And then I simply turned them, yay. That's very, very bad showing you, but basically into the flank of these guys, because by withdrawing an inch I could see them, I was in their flank, and so I could flank them. So that's pretty cool. To add some more damage there. And then I brought everyone up. So then, so these guys have all come up. So I've got a token here and a token here. That's all fine. And then on the right here, I'm slightly, because I've got these Rift Walkers here, and these Rift Walkers. So I went in both with both the Rift Walkers and the Morax into these guys. I think I went both into the Rev Cav. Maybe I took these into the Vampire. We'll find out soon. I can't actually remember. This is normal by now. You should be used to this by now. And I've got these guys ready to come across in case the Soul Reavers come in here. I'm not sure they can fit, but you can always shuffle over. So don't forget, this is all a holding action. So I'm now committing very heavily to holding off in here, so I can sneak through here. So let's have a look.
So we're going to do all the nerves at the ends, Mastercrafted style.
Yeah.
So we've got Vampire here, was the first combat.
That feels important.
Yeah.
It's dash 14, so you need a 12 twice.
No, I didn't do it.
Okay.
So he's okay. And then we've got these guys. This one 20 wounds
20
because I rolled ridiculous.
22, so it's fine. Okay.
Eight.
One more time. I see a 6. It's all that matters. All right, they're dead.
They're dead. Okay, so that unit is gone. Just take them out there. Oh yeah.
It's like a bit of paper.
Yeah.
Routed.
Like that. And
Snips are
these guys.
USA Gun
That.
USA Gun Store Nip.
The Thonar did an obscene amount of wounds.
He really did, yeah.
He had 11
So-
hits out of
9, right? Yeah. 9 damage.
So we need, what do we need?
And 8 twice.
Easy.
That's
double
a
six.
12. You son of a bitch!
And it's on
case-
video that I just
in case-
rolled 2 double sixes.
You can't tell there. Pose.
Nice. I wish I could do that tomorrow rather than today.
Yeah, this doesn't actually matter.
There's none of this matters. That's hilarious.
There was a very large part of me that was convinced that you were not going to do that.
Which is clearly because that's not your
I don't know what the odds are, but
That's not your life. Like this nerve test here.
yep.
7. So I need a
7 again. That's
Nope.
5. Why couldn't you do that where it mattered? You're a dick.
And over here we've got the vampire. So he's on 7.
7. He's a 14, 16, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need a 9
7, 9.
twice. That's a 6. He's okay.
He's good.
And then your rift calf on 11 wounds.
11. You need 3. Twice. Sir.
11.
They're dead.
So that rift calf died.
Yes.
I'm trying to break the models up, pick them up.
That's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, you can now soul weave me, so that's fun.
Yeah, there's some things I can do, but you've got things you can do too, so it's fine.
I think I will back up.
Back up 2 inches. Show me what you're working with.
He's flat against the back of them.
Gotcha.
Which should be if I wasn't so
He's
shit.
cheating.
I am cheating. Oh no, I've just broken them all again.
That's what you get for cheating.
There we go. Oh, I've moved everyone now. There we go.
Okay.
It's your turn freely, boy.
All right, let's do it.
That was skill.
Double 6 is wrong.
Right, so here we go. So we've got some stuff happening. We've got a white charge here. And some Soul Reavers coming into some incredibly valuable wolves. We're going to try and kill Thonar here. Thonar! He's not doing anything. And then over here it's all a bit... Well, we've got some more Soul Reaver action. And I got my 2 expensive Thunderseer units just hanging around doing nothing, which is all they ever do.
Well, you killed my one, so.
Tom, any opinions on the battle so far?
Yeah, that vampire with your list could have hit Koenig.
I know.
You murdered him.
I got bigger issues.
Yeah, happened.
issues.
You probably not even hurt him.
I just want to do a wound. One wound get nerve
Why did
test.
you use the worst individual in your list to do it?
Why didn't you put the Pharaoh in as well?
Yeah.
I could have been fair.
Why didn't you?
I was looking at other shit. I walk over here.
All right, come on, let's do it.
Very different at the time, okay?
So I think the only thing worse than making a big mistake in a game is then having someone immediately point it out, which is really harsh, Kyle. I think I'm not making excuses for the guy. It's not, it's not really fair. But he was A, extremely tired, and B, hasn't played Kings of War for a long time, so it's not very fair. Anyway, so this is what's happened. So what we're talking about there, in case you didn't catch it, because I know the audio is quite difficult. Thonar is here in the back line, right? He's just taken off a White Horde by rolling ridiculous. So I got a Host Shadow Beast off onto him, and I think I did 11 hits. It was just ridiculous, the amount of damage that he did. So he wants to lock him down. He's already got 7 wounds, right? He's only 14, 16, so the chances are he'll go. So he's put the Rev King into the back of him. But down on this side of the board over here, so the Vampire was like here, which is well within the distance needed. Speed 9 or something like that. Instead of that, because he's wounded, the Vampire's quite badly wounded, he's shot him off over here in order for the Soul Reavers to come down here, whereas actually he could have sent a duelist killer hero to absolutely total him. There's also a Winged Pharaoh here who'd come over this way. He brought him over as inspiring, I think, but actually he's a defense 5, quite hitty hero who could also have come in. So there's a lot of stuff he could have done there. At this point, his tokens are on these the cavalry, so he's not brought them into the combat because they're in the woods. But it's not looking great because by moving the Rev King over rather than hitting back against the Riftwalkers, he's left the Riftwalkers in the rear of his line. So that's not a great place for them to be. It's looking quite scary because actually I've got 2 big units here. Looking over here. I mean, these guys are going to die because they're going to get soul reavered. But then I've got a dragon and I've got 2 Thunderseers coming into these guys, which is now looking reasonably balanced. And I've done extremely well over here. He's had to take the whites into these guys. But I've got hitting stuff to come back. So
end of that turn. We've got 11 wounds here. We've got 18 wounds here. We've got 17 wounds here. There's a. Oh yeah. 10 wounds on Thonar. You rolled like a boss. Yeah, 6 twice.
6.
Ooh, here we go again. Double. Thonar.
The rust on the dice.
Yeah.
All right, how many more double ones do we got?
Okay, we got over here.
Right here? The vampire wouldn't have even mattered, Tom.
There's no inspiring. There's no inspiring.
Always do it twice anyway.
There
was
Thunder
controversy
rules.
later. Once?
Okay. Okay, and then these Morax over here.
6.
Yep.
8.
They're gone as well. That's great. Whoa, taking my toys off the board. All right, that leaves us a bit clear. I've got loads more stuff. Don't worry about it. I'm just filming this sad face. So we have Devil Morax into whites. Oh, I haven't moved these guys yet. I'll move them in a minute.
No, you're over.
Hey,
You're
shut you.
just spells.
I haven't finished. I haven't rolled a single dice.
You roll lightning bolt everywhere.
They're recharging these bastards. I might recharge your. No, yeah, they're going in there. We've got a flank here. We've got a. Whoa! Into there. Vampire's over there. I don't know what he's doing now.
Yeah.
And this is my most expensive unit. Is just sitting here going, "Hey, can I play? I really want to play." Well, you can't. Okay.
Big swig.
Oh, you were videoing that stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, so let's do the vampire guy first.
This is bad for me.
First.
Rev King.
Thonar is incredible. 13 hits this time off of 10 dice.
You rolled 3 6s? Yeah. Nasty.
So he's on 14.
He's on 14. His nerve is 14. So, yeah.
That's a dead.
I'm going to need a lot of snakes from you this turn. Oh, it's close.
Pretty close, vampire's
It's
gone.
close. He's gone.
Okay, let's
So
do
no
these.
more inspiring. Come on, Steve.
Whites.
Come on, Steve.
Whites are gone.
Here.
Rev calves on 1 million damage.
This one. Come on.
So this one, they're on 9.
9.
And there's 17, so it's
So you
an
need
8.
8 to kill them.
8 once.
Twice.
Why? There's no
No,
inspiring.
no. Oh, there is the Pharaoh. You're right.
Oh, yeah. 7.
7
Wavered.
waivers them. That's even worse.
You didn't take an item?
No, I normally do. I didn't. I don't think I did. I'll check my list in a second.
I'm sure you did.
I don't think I did.
They're wavered. And then we've got these guys over here, so they're 9 as well. So we'll also
9.
need 8 twice.
8 twice.
I mean, that's a 10. It's a 9! I mean, oh, that's tough, buddy.
Oh no. Why are we even playing? Let's go get some beers.
Okay.
Nobody needs to watch this. It's fine.
All right, so let's take a quick look at the battlefield here. So this is, I think it's bottom of 4. So we have a token here and a token here. Okay, and then Kyle has a token on this Soul Reaver Cavalry over here. These guys are wavered. These guys are okay with 2 wounds. You've got a vampire wounded over here and unwounded Soul Reaver Cavalry. Yeah. It's not great, is it? Because my tokens are safely over here. I've got all of this. Yeah. Well,
Okay, Carl, so we've just appraised the battlefield.
There's no point.
There's no point. So we've got these Soul Reavers here are
Wavered.
dead. They're wavered and they've not got items that are dead. We've got a Pharaoh,
Is Pharaoh hiding?
so he's going to die.
What's he gonna do? He's gonna literally tie something up for a little bit. And
So this unit could die. This unit of Thunderseers will die. But realistically, I got 2 tokens already across the line.
So I apologize to you guys because I don't get to play Kings of War very much anymore.
Hey man,
It shows.
there was some decisions that were questionable.
Yeah.
I think, but it's mainly leaving Thonor alive that really screwed you.
Sure. I mean, that was a big deal. I couldn't get out of a couple of different key flank situations that.
I out-chaffed you, right? So
Yeah,
I've got
you
more
did.
chaff than you've got.
But you have to in this kind of an army.
Right.
So it worked really well.
Do you want me to not put this on the internet? Or do
I kind of don't, but I already posted about it on Fanatics.
Oh, you already posted about it? Ah, too late. Too late. You're a good-looking man, so there's that. So let's get the scissors out and let's get rid of that beard. Let's see if that's going to happen. Good times. Right, let's go get some food. I'm starving.
Yes, please.
All right.
Okay, so we're done. Poor Kyle. I mean, Kyle felt terrible about this loss. Like, terrible. He was like, man, I'm terrible. And it's just like this long kind of like, oh, he felt really sad, like really upset. And I don't blame him really, because, he was like, I used to be a good player. But, there's a few things. One is that he was shattered. Like, I was tired, but he was shattered. 2 is that he's barely played Kings of War recently. He just doesn't have someone nearby to play with anymore. So that was unfortunately, he's just not had the practice. But realistically, watching it back now, okay, he made like a couple of small mistakes, but the one thing about Undead is they're quite resistant to mistakes. So if you make a mistake, you can come back quite effectively. Unless your opponent is deleting your units every single turn. And I rolled like a boss. I mean, I swear, I wish I'd carried forward that dice rolling for the rest of the weekend, because wow. Just to roll, a 10 for, what do I need to this? I need a 10. Here's a 10. Here's another 10. Oh, what do I need to hit this? I need 4 6s. Well, here's 4 6s. It was ridiculous. So I don't really think it was very fair. We have arranged, he has promised to give me a rematch when he comes over for Clash of Kings in the UK in the beginning of October this year, so I'm super mega excited about that. For me, it was just like the biggest pleasure and honour to play Kyle whatsoever. He's like a hero to me. The guy is amazing. So super excited to play him again. I hope he carries through with it. He's going to have to borrow one of my armies, I think. Poor guy. They're not very good. Apart from this one's nice. Anyway, that's that for this battle report. We're going to be back with a Clash of Kings US Adepticon tournament report very shortly, just as soon as I've recorded it. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Death by Dragons.